Hello, folks. My name is King, Bliss King. I mean, if you don't watch this show, then what do you want to watch? There are not many legends in Ghana, so if you have one, you have to respect and celebrate him. It's KSM, and every Friday he's here with the KSM Show. You better be watching. Indeed, I'm Yakata.
We're back with Mugabe Maase. Mugabe, yes, now, are your angels, are they present with you now?
Yeah, now, as I'm speaking with you now, I have about 149 million.
149 million? I don't can see me be there.
And I can see things.
You can see things?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you see now?
Oh, no. It's like you just having one-on-one interaction with me.
Great,
you are blessed, and you will live long.
Really?
I see a lot of
but anyway, you're an ambassador for cancer.
Yeah.
Something, you won some award that I read about. What? Tell me a little bit.
When I won my second award in 2011, I was in our studio one day, and we had visitors. One from National Health Service in UK, that's NHS UK. One from National Cancer Action Team in the UK, and one from House of Commons. That lady happens to be one of the staffs of the former Prime Minister David Cameron. He came to me in the studio that we have something for you, but we need to come to you and ask whether you will be able to take this appointment. I said, no. From where? He said, no, they are from House of Commons. They want to appoint me as National Cancer Ambassador to champion cancer awareness for the Ghanaian community in the whole United Kingdom. I say, wow. So, I mean, within a week, we had our first meeting. Within a week, I mean, we went for the second meeting. And after one day, and then they sent me a letter that this day we are going to Jubilee House. Jubilee House within House of Commons. And then you will be one of the guest speakers. The first guest speaker was David Lammy. David Lammy is currently Member of Parliament for Tottenham in the northern part of London. And then Diana Abbott, who is also current MP for Hackney and Stoke Newington in the eastern part of London. And that day, the former British Prime Minister, David Cameron, was also, present. So, I mean...
And we were told to give a speech?
Yes, I was giving about 15 minutes.
On cancer?
Yeah, on cancer. I went through a lot of training and other things, different hospitals before, they came out to,
training to understand the disease, the cancer disease.
How the cancer is about. Cancer itself doesn't discriminate. It doesn't know whether you are rich or you are poor, you are this or you are that, but it can happen to anyone. Just that we need to be careful about certain things that we do as humans. So I was given the ambassador appointment in 2011, championed the cause for the Ghanaian community from that time till the end. And I came with diplomatic courtesies as well, because we were traveling all over the places to champion the awareness for Ghana. And then some people came out that Mugabe has been giving this, he has been giving this. It's about the work. Because when I was given the appointment, a letter was sent to the late president at Usu Castle, and one letter was sent to the former Ghana High Commissioner to the UK, Professor Kwaku Danso-Boafo, who is now the chairman of the NDC Manifesto Committee. So I had an opportunity to meet him one-on-one with the National Cancer Action Team at number 13 Belgrave Square in London. And then we started and we were able to end everything in a nice way. So now I can say I'm former cancer ambassador. Yeah, in the United Kingdom for the Ghanaian community.
Okay. Wow, that's great. And I'm very interested about the transition from this die-hard sports commentator into politics. But I'll get there in a second. Let me find out a little bit about your family. You're married?
Yeah, I'm married. Very beautiful, Fanti woman.
Oh, you picked the Fanti?
Yeah, I picked the Fanti.
You met her there? Or you
we met in London.
Okay.
Way back in 2007.
Okay, who is she?
When she was in. My wife, her name is Kukua.
Kukua.
Obapa Kukua.
Obapa Kukua. Both for Obapa Kukua.
I love her so much. We got married in 2011.
Okay.
Yes, about 8 years ago now. Yes, now. We have a very handsome boy. He'll be 8 in January next year. And then my second daughter is 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah.
Which of them? One of them was born premature. Which
Yeah,
of
my first son.
Your first son?
Yeah. My wife was supposed to, deliver on the 29th of April, and then she gave birth on the 7th of January. So it was like 20 weeks, 5 months pregnant.
Really?
Extremely premature. His weight at that time was half a kilo, 1 pound. 1 pound is half a kilo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 pound. In London.
Your child weighed half a kilo?
Yeah, half a kilo.
How many years was he, or months was he in the incubator?
Was in incubator at Guys in St. Thomas Hospital for 8 months, 2 weeks.
Wow, 8 months.
8 months.
Practically, that was a whole pregnancy in the incubator.
Yeah, 8 months, 2 weeks. And he's a survivor. His name is Nyameba.
Nyameba.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's
What was the prognosis at that time? What were the doctors saying?
Oh, no, about 7 of them, one marked 1 out of 100. The rest was 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then they say, no, there's no way he will survive. It will be like 26 weeks or 30 weeks, fine, but 20 weeks is not possible. And I told them, with God, all things are possible. A very intelligent boy. Very, very intelligent boy.
What, 8 years now?
He'll be 8.
He'll be 8
in January.
And his name is? Oh,
Nyameba.
Nyameba. Okay.
God's son. That is son of God.
Oh, God's son. Okay.
It's a miracle boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the little one is just
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, princess.
You look like, because when I hear you talk about your wife and family, there's, where are your friends saying?
Like
a good husband and father, eh?
Yeah, good, like Nanado and Rebecca. Nanado can say, my very wife, Rebecca. So I'm a married man.
A married man.
And I don't do things outside.
Oh,
I
really?
don't do other things. I'm committed, yeah.
Show some love, man. The young ones, like, they look outside too much.
The other matters too much.
And other matters. You focus.
Focus. We plan together. We do everything together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. So now I want to get back to you being a sportscaster that had Kotoko fan. You still Kotoko, I'm guessing.
Kotoko.
Yeah.
I sell Kotoko.
Okay.
And sometimes I buy a ticket for some of the Kotoko fans to go and watch Kotoko and other teams' matches in Kumasi. Yeah.
And before I even get to the politics, you're a farmer as well?
I'm a farmer. Both in Greater Accra and then I've one off in Ashanti region.
Wow.
Yeah. My father is a farmer, so I'm a farmer. I weed. I go to my garden. I weed. I don't buy plantain in Accra here.
Everything you grow yourself?
Yeah, in my house.
In your house?
Everything. Okra, everything. My house.
Really?
I have everything.
I'll come and visit you so I can.
Yeah, we need to find one day.
Absolutely.
So we'll get you one of the guinea fowls.
Yeah.
Local breed.
Local breed,
yes,
right there in the farm.
Inside the house. So you just point and kill. You just point the one you prefer. Within some few minutes, it will be ready for you.
All right.
Whether the kebab, the chinchinga type, or you want the pepper soup type.
And having been so much into sports, and then your migration into radio, and now basically you're like a face of politics. And your show is called Inside Politics.
Yeah.
And because of politics, you served some time. There was some incident.
Yeah, on Monty FM.
Yeah,
that's Monty 3.
Monty 3, yeah.
Well, it's part of the job, and then it's not everybody's wish to be in prison, but it wasn't my wish to go through what I've been through. But God knows best. In this world, I mean, everything happens for a reason. And it has tended to be a blessing in disguise.
Really? How long were you in?
Someone for 28 days, and then Akwese for
28 days?
Yeah, and Akwese for 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, before we had a presidential pardon. And then we came up. You know, it wasn't easy, you know. When JM lost the 2016 elections, the executive secretary to the president, my good brother Sentibe Dietu, and some lawyers went to court that they want the court to,
get you back in.
Get you back I mean, to someone, but well, God grace, with the 7 panel, it was 5-2 in favor of us.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But though we were not invited to the court again, they gave the ruling, and then you can't punish one person twice on the same offense. No, we thank God for everything. I've learned a lot of lessons from that. Mine side of it was that Mugabe, you spared them on. You spared them on.
Okay.
Like I say, that was it.
Okay.
I did
So that
not
was
say
your charge.
I did not insult anyone on the show. I did not say any bad thing about any of the judges. But I say you spared
them on.
And then we thank God. One of my colleagues, Akugan, is now a Deputy National Communication Officer for NDC. And then Alisa too is also moving on with his life. So, I mean, from someone back home, I stayed back for 2 years after the elections. I decided not to go into radio, just to concentrate on my farming. And then I'm also into transport, and then also concentrate on my transport business. And then things are moving
So after the election, that's what you were doing? Because
I was doing
you went
this
silent.
since 2007. I built my first house in Kumasi in 2007 when President Kufuor was in power. My first house, Kumasi, in 2007 when President Kufuor was in power. That was when I was in London that I put up my first house in Kumasi. So Mugabe, you know, some time ago, I mean, they made some false publication about me on some of the newspapers and then other platforms that Mahama has purchased a very big house at Tantra Hill for Mugabe, and then all the doors are golden doors, what have you. And then I was just, the place was a rented place for 2 years. After the 2 years, I moved into another place, and by God's grace, now I'm also living in my own house. It's not about radio. The radio is, apart from the radio, I have other things. I mean, farming, and then
the transport thing?
Yeah.
Is like a passenger thing or the haulage thing?
No, I started with a passenger thing, but I'm no more in the passenger. I'm into the big trucks.
Oh,
now.
big trucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes to Niger, Upper East, Upper West, and Togo and Burkina Faso and other areas. Yeah, that's what I basically. That's, I mean, and it fetches me a lot of money. Yeah, at the end of the month.
Are you rich?
And I can't say I'm rich, but I'm okay.
You're comfortable.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with what I have.
We already
and
have.
What a good
So what
Lord has brought
percentage
me,
is radio to the totality of the things you do? Because everybody knows inside politics. How much percentage does inside politics take out of your whole...
It's 50-50.
50-50, okay.
Yeah, because I'm committed to the radio work, and at the same time, the farming and the transport. And I have people, I mean, who manages all the farms and then that of the transport sector. Yeah.
Okay, so back to the question that for somebody who was so interested in sports,
Yeah.
who refused to do political programs, what happened?
Well, I can't say it was good for me to leave the sports into politics. But you know, whatever decision that you take in your life, you need to seek God's intervention. You pray to God and ask God that this direction that I'm going, is it going to help me or not? But I pray to God and he said the doors are open. You can go. I visited my dad at that time.
Your dad?
Yeah, and then he said, you can carry
You visited dad to ask him whether it's okay to go into politics on radio?
I say yes, you have my blessing. So it wasn't a bad decision at all. And then I have not regretted leaving sports
getting into politics.
But sometimes during the 2019 AFCON, I was running some of the commentaries, my station.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still go back to that love, the sports love thing?
Kurt is my good friend, Kwesi Nantechi, Randy Abbey, a whole lot. And then some of the players who, you know, we used to travel together, and we have fun together. And, so.
Because you do hardcore politics on radio, and people say you spit a lot of fire, How does your wife feel about that? Does your wife say, sweetheart, Charlie, calm down, kakra, aye, so in front of you. Sweetheart, calm down, kakra, aye. That is she bothered? Is she concerned, or she's like, hey, Charlie, do what you have to do and do it well?
As a woman, sometimes, and as a mother, sometimes she will say, Kojo, from kakra, you just carry the story and then let the panel also contribute and then just calm down a bit. But all the same.
Is there any one particular thing you remember you said that she had to intervene and say, Masa, Jubre Kakra? Any one particular one that you remember?
Oh, way back in 2011, when I had an opportunity to interview Nanado on Radio Focus in London.
Oh, you interviewed him?
Yeah, I interviewed Nanado in London, and when I was preparing for the interview, he says, "Kojo, Mr. I am an boko emami." And after the interview, she came to the house from work and said, "Oh, thank you very much for taking my advice. Okay. It went very well." I mean, she doesn't intervene in my radio activities that much. Yeah.
She's a nurse, I hear?
Yeah, she's a nurse in the UK. And then my interview with Nanado, to about 30 minutes to the interview, I had a call from the then MPP communication director, Nanaya Osapon. He was in charge of UK and Ireland, that they have questionnaires for me. There are certain questions that I can ask and there are certain questions that I cannot ask. So they are going to give me the questions as to how to go about it. They say, as the award-winning breakfast show host in the whole of United Kingdom, you think as a Ghanaian, as a farmer, I don't know how to go with my interviews, but to, rely on the party, to come out with the questionnaires for me. No, I went to. So I called Nanado on that day. That no, your people are not ready for me to carry the interview.
Oh, you reported
I called him? Yeah, I called him on phone. That Nana, the interview is not coming on. Your people are saying this. And Nanado say, oh, Mugabe, take it easy. I'm cool. I'm ready for the interview. And then we started the interview. It ended very well. Nanado himself say, I am Mugabe. The way I want to handle the interview, me bomb PSS me be president wa Ghana mom rantie se bi na me hiam wa Ghana na mo beboa amemo no ma Ghana nya amemo papa. That's what Nanado said.
Wow, to you.
Ask one funny question. Then a lot of Ghanaians on different platforms have been saying, say, Nana, we smoker. We, is it true? Now what's here? How do you normally feel? Saying, yeah, your wife, your family, like say Namutekino. They say, Mugabe, those people around me, those who knows me very well know, say, Sanse Momo Kenyano, and and then from that day, maintain baby, I've never heard it anywhere. Say Nanado or smoking a year rebeam. It ended there. So Nana himself was very happy about the interview. So those, who have been saying, or bad Ben, they should ask Nanado. I had one-on-one interview with him in London way back in 2011. How many years now?
And he wanted young guys like you to come and
when he became president, he would need some of us to come back home with the experience that we had in Europe to come and support his government. And then I'm doing that behind the scene because I don't want to be in the main this and that, taking appointment, doing this, doing that. No, just stay back. If
you're supporting his government,
why not?
The scene?
Criticizing him, putting
that's support.
His appoint.
Ghana, when we say support, it means you agree and you share in their vision. But when you don't agree, do you also consider that part of support?
Oh no. When you are supporting someone, it's about telling the person the truth. If you love the person, you keep on speaking the truth to the whole Ghanaian community. What Nanado is doing, perfect. Free SHS, everybody welcomes free SHS. But the double track is not helping. So what do we do about the double track? We need infrastructure, we need this to end the double track. So me, Mugabe, I will not go and praise you for bringing free SHSO. But I will fire you with a double track that abolish it because it's not helping. And that is it. So if I go on air and I do this, hey, Mugabe, I'm not a type that you can use money to bribe me or take this.
I'm glad you said that, because part of the thing too is that
at all.
JM really
Even
makes you comfortable.
No, even JM, when he was in power, I was firing most of his appointees, and they were not comfortable with it. Most of them were not comfortable at all. And you never see me going into any minister's office that I need this, I need that. Even John Mahama, who is the former president, I don't even know his house, where he lives now. I don't know there. I don't know there. If I have any information for him, I will either text him or call him. But it's not about, everybody knows that Mugabe is working for JM. So every morning you see Mugabe in front of JM's house. No. If it must be done, it must be done well. Do the work in a professional way. The man himself will hear. It's radio. He himself will hear. It's not about going to him and people will shout and praise him. Mugabe, why dear pa? Oh, and what about JM? No. I'm not willing to go to the house. I will do the work on the ground, on radio. I'll go into the trenches, tell Ghanaians what is happening now. So I have some few months in radio. I gave myself, the first day I entered into the studio, I gave myself 20 years in radio.
And you have done how many years so far?
19 years.
You've done 19?
10 in politics, 9 in sports. So next year, I will say goodbye.
You're hanging up radio?
Next year, I will bring JM. When I bring JM back for Ghanaians.
You bring him back?
Oh, why not? I will bring him back. I will tell Ghanaians the good works that he did to Ghanaians. And I will propagate or champion his agenda in the coming months. We are not going to sit down. We need a change in this country, and the change is coming. On the 7th day of December 2020, the change is coming. JM will be sworn in second time as the President of the Republic of Ghana.
And after that, your work is done?
I will say goodbye to radio.
You say goodbye to radio?
Yeah, and I will go back to my forest and do my farming.
And that is Mugabe Maase, y'all. Well, thank you for coming. I just wanted to host you, learn more about you. Like I said, all we know is the politics, but it's good to find out all these things. And
about Mugabe.
And thank you so much for honoring us.
Glad to be on your platform as well. And then I also advise the youth that, hard work is the cornerstone to success. If you want to succeed in life, you need to work hard. So they should go out there and do their normal activities. Let's all pray that 2020 elections will be free and fair. There shouldn't be any chaos, because me and you, we have nowhere to go. Ghana is the only country that we have. So God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong.
Mugabe Maase, and stick around, we'll be right back.
The KSM Show.